At 25, while many of my friends were becoming senior specialists and buying apartments, I moved to Germany and became a student again. On paper, it looked like a downgrade. I already had a bachelor's degree, I had a job in Russia, and instead of climbing the career ladder, I found myself sitting in the university lectures again. But looking back, I think that choosing the student route was one of the best migration decisions I could have made. A big reason why I left was the war. Like many people in my social circle, I didn't want to stay in Russia after the invasion of Ukraine. At the same time, my professional interests have changed so much that I wasn't particularly attached to my previous career path anymore. So for me, becoming a student wasn't really putting my career on hold, it was an opportunity to build a different future. What the university gave me wasn't just an education, it gave me a social circle, it helped me build my first professional network in Germany. I found my first jobs through people I met there. It gave me structure, it gave me language learning opportunities, and a way to understand how German society works. Now, just to be clear, I'm not fully integrated, not even close. My biggest challenge is still the German language, and I'm actively working on it every day, or I try to be. But I genuinely think that university gave me a much stronger foundation than I could have had. Could a person integrate on a work visa? Probably, but I think it would take a person much more effort. At university, many opportunities to meet people and build connections appear naturally around you. That doesn't mean this path is easy. I had to save half of the money for my blocked account myself and borrow the rest from my friends. For the first few months after arriving, money was my biggest source of anxiety. I wasn't supported by my family, and my family didn't support my decision to move abroad either. It took me until my second semester to finally find work and become financially stable, and I know that this path comes with privileges. I don't have children, I don't have relatives who depend on my income, and being fluent in English helped me enormously. So I wouldn't recommend educational migration to everyone, but if you are curious about changing fields, have some savings, and don't have major financial responsibilities, I genuinely think studying in Germany is one of the most underrated ways to build a life here. Anyway, I'm Sasha. I'm still figuring out life in Germany myself, so if you're building a life abroad too or thinking about it, feel free to stick around and let's figure it out together.